Hey guys, my YouTubers, I'm back. Ah, I'm feeling real stressed out today because I put a video up earlier and it came up as a duplicate and I erased one and the other one was supposed to stay, but it didn't. So I'm back to do another video, I guess. But some videos are not as authentic as the first ones you made. But here goes. So earlier I was discussing, that I think I haven't forgiven the things that happened in my life or forgiven the people because I haven't forgiven myself. I've been molested. I've been raped. I've been in abusive relationships with my kids' fathers. I've been married at a young age. Being molested caused me to become promiscuous at a young age in my life. I started having my children very early. Again, I got 6 daughters and one grandchild. My oldest is 23. I'm only 40. All these things rubbed off on my kids, and seeing mommy go through abusive relationships and getting physically and mentally abused, you know, it trickled down to my two oldest daughters, and it did it in the worst way, because my oldest daughter went the wrong way in her life, and she did a lot of things that I'm pretty sure she's not proud of, you know. But again, I'm not here to blast her. I'll let her tell her story when it's time, I guess. No, we're still not speaking. I'm still angry. She's still angry. You know, I do love her though. I pray for her. I wish her the best. I miss my granddaughter, her cute little fat self. But it's been hard for me over these years, well, these past 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through hell and back. My 17-year-old daughter, she was molested, by a close friend of the family, somebody I considered my brother, and I wish I was there to be her superhero, you know, because nobody was there to be mine. You know, he's locked up now, thank God. This happened a couple of years ago. It's still kind of hard for me to talk about, like, that's another thing I can't forgive. I have not forgiven him for that because that's a hard thing, someone to groom your child and your child to be treated in such a violating way. It's hard. It's hard as hell, because I was there. I could relate. You know, I see a therapist, I see a psychiatrist, you know, my kids do too. But it's caused all of them to act out in such a way that as a single mother, it's hard because I'm doing this job by myself. I don't get no help from their fathers, and you got to balance your own mental, then dealing with your children, and their mental and, everything around you. It's hard. It's hard as hell. You know, Earlier I was just feeling like real emotional today. I got up feeling that way. I felt heavy. You know, I listened to my morning prayer that I normally listen to, and my heart just felt heavy for me to come up here and say these things. I have to say these things. It's been a rough road. It really is. Because then you don't know as a human being which way to turn when things like that occur in your life, especially when you're young. And when I was young, I was violated and I didn't know how to handle that. And I started looking for love in all the wrong places. You know, Boy after boy, man after man, I never gave myself time enough to heal. I never gave myself that space to get over what I've been through. I just kept piling shit on top of shit, and to the point where I became very angry and very bitter and very resentful you know, and I'm still sorting through all of that, you know, to look in the eyes of the people that look up to you the most and see how many wrongs you've made in your life. It's like that's a hard thing to swallow because I'm not never the person to be like, that shit wasn't my fault because I got molested, and you know since I got molested I was just broken and this is just what I did, and nonchalant, like, no, what happened to me in the beginning of my life wasn't my fault. But I could have chose a different road. And back then, in my era, nobody was doing therapists and psychiatrists and things of that nature, and I had a bunch of them, mind you, a bunch of therapists, seeing people, and and they're diagnosing you with this and diagnosing you with that, and when really you just broken the hell up. You just been through a lot. That shit doesn't make you like a jacked up ass person. From all my trauma and going through the things I've been through, I've been diagnosed with PTSD. You know, that's a serious thing to deal with on your mental. It really is, because no amount of medication and no matter how many therapists or psychiatrists or psychologists or that you speak to, you're still personally dealing with that yourself. You understand? Because once you hang up that phone or once you leave that office, that is still your burden to bear. It is still your anxiety level going up. It is still, you're still stuck in that moment of what traumatized you. It's still there. It's still fucking there. You understand? And I just recently got out of a relationship because once again, I was with someone who wasn't for me. I stayed around 2 years. You understand me? Trying to make things work. But in a relationship, I hate when someone can see all your flaws, but can never see theirs. And they're binded to their pride so much that they can't say, I'm sorry. I apologize that I hurt you. I apologize that I let you down. But you're constantly the one always giving apologies for people that wronged you. You know, I thought this man was going to be my husband. I thought we were going to be together. You know, we were like a close-knit family. My kids loved him, you know. But my kids are so numb to the pain now that they've seen so many in and out relationships from me that when someone walks away or, I let them go, they don't even think about them twice. And that's a bad thing because I have 6 daughters. They're girls, you know. And not saying that a girl is supposed to be more sensitive than a guy, but it's saying like, damn, I've taught them to have a cold heart, towards certain things. Like I can't forgive myself yet, I guess. So I guess that's what makes it harder for me to forgive somebody